Hey guys, welcome back to the Paper Lion. Hope you guys are doing great. It is Wednesday and I am going to show you guys how I made these beautiful little tags with some teeny tiny offcuts that I know most of us have. But before that, if you guys are new here or if you're returning and you haven't joined in on the fun, we are doing a giveaway that will be ending. The final date to get in is midnight Central Time this Thursday. All you have to do is subscribe, comment win on the that video, and share and like, and that's it to be able to be entered into the contest. If you haven't done that, take a minute to do that. It is really fun, and the envelope is stuffed to the gills with cool stuff for me to send out to one lucky person. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I was trying to record earlier and of course had technical difficulties, so I already made the ones that you saw. So this time we're just going to be making a few on camera, but I am using two different size tags. These I punched out with my hole punch, my tag maker, and these I bought at the Dollar Tree. They were in the like the bridal section that they have there, and it's just like some pre-made little thank you cards. So we're gonna try to make a couple of those on camera today. I've got some book page that I've already kind of tore down to size, and then also the same thing with some music page. Then we've got, I'm going to be using these. I know a lot of us, when we're doing our projects and our journals and our crafting, we have these thin little pieces, you know, of various sizes that we end up having left after our projects. So that's what we're going to be using today as the main focus of our pieces. I'm going to be using some of this beautiful seam binding that I distressed. You would have seen that in another form in the haul video, my last haul video. Also, I am going to be going to be using some of these butterflies. I recently got a little butterfly punch, and so I sat down while I was watching something with my daughter, punched a bunch of those. So we're going to be using that, and they're being housed in this box that I also got through that thrift haul. And then the rest of the stuff is just normal scissors, glue, and that kind of stuff. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to get a piece of paper to put under here so I can glue without getting it on my lace. And so we're going to try to, I already had one started here. I just added some paper. Now you can choose to ink this or not ink it. It's totally up to you. I am going to be inking mine, but either way is fine. You don't have to ink. And let's see, I'm going to try to use some of this book page up as well. And the book page and the music page is basically just going to be background noise. So, you know, and let's do, I rather like this, the music page. And also some of this vintage music page I did put in the giveaway box, so there is some in there. Let's see, let's do one little one with book page and one with, do I have another piece of music? Let's do this one with the music. See if we can get these 5 done really quickly. Ooh, my stomach is growling. I gotta try to eat and then get to work. Hope everybody's doing great. As I said, it's Wednesday, and me and the girls will be leaving for like a little mini spring vacation. It's not really anything much. We're just basically going out to visit family in the country. But it's always a vacation when you're getting to be somewhere other than your house. And we all love the country. We're stuck in the city for right now, but eventually we hope to move to the country as well. but to another state. So basically what I'm doing is just getting these pieces down. Oh, and while I'm doing this, I want to tell you guys about some things that I'm thinking about adding to the channel. I'm thinking about adding a playlist for like quiet time crafting, which will basically be me doing things sort of like this, you know, basic things that really don't need a lot of explanation, like maybe tag making or harvesting charms from old jewelry or working in my busy book that I'll be showing you guys soon. Just things like that that really don't need like a lot of prompting, that, you know, anybody can just like craft along with me, or, you know, just get ideas on how I, you know, make my things. So I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be called Quiet Time Crafting. So there's that. And then also I'm going to be doing a revision to my welcome to my channel video, because I was looking at the first one that I made, which was a year ago when I first started, and it's quite different from what my channel is now. I'll go ahead and put that one to the side. What my channel is now, because back then I was doing this thing called jewelry parties. I do sell a lot of vintage jewelry and different things on Mercari. And so I was basically trying to bring awareness or advertise some of the jewelry that I have for sale, but it wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't do that great. And so in there, I also was doing journals, and I decided, you know, why not go ahead. Back then, I didn't want to do tutorials, but I ended up deciding to do tutorials, and so here we are. All right, so with these little ones, these already have holes punched in them, so the little ones, I'm just going to go ahead and punch some holes in here. And you can use your crocodile, you can use whatever you have. And also, I did mention I am also going to be using charms. That's why they're called butterfly charm tags. And so then we're going to get some seam binding cut so we can have that to the side ready and waiting. Trying to see how fast we can get this done, since it's a mass make. Let's see, where is, well, I'm just going to cut a piece. It doesn't matter. And then let's see. We got two more we got to cut. And now, so most of it is just going to be like this little beige. But anyway, so what we're doing is we're going to be taking our pieces, and you can choose to ink them or not ink them, and we're basically just going to be layering them up. And I think this was a fun project because you're going to get a lot of variety with this one, and I rarely have enough little tags to stick into pockets and tucks and that kind of thing. And so for me, this is like a win-win. I'm getting to use up some of my scraps. I will have the variety that I so crave, and then, you know, it'll be something that I can make very quickly, and also using my scraps, because I have a hard time using my scraps, but I've been working on that lately, which is a good thing. And so we're just going to kind of keep them spaced a little bit to where we can see what's going on under it. And I'm just placing my thing here so I can kind of have a gauge of where I need to place the glue. And I've been trying to get at least like 4 little strips on here, but of course that's going to depend on how thick your strips are that you're using. And as you noticed, I did not ink that one. It is totally up to you whether you ink it or not. And like on these little plain pieces of paper, if you want, you can go back and add a word, or like a little, add a word or stamp or something like that to finish decorating it if you want to. Okay. All right, so now that we have that on there, we're just going to flip that over and cut it down, and that way you can use those scraps again. So this is really getting the most out of your scraps. And then we're just going to ink it a little bit. You can choose to round these corners or not. And then we're just going to get a piece of seam binding. Pop it in there. I'm also using bulb pens today. Then we're going to grab a bulb pen and a little charm. Doesn't matter what charm you put, as long as your charm doesn't overpower your little thing. And then we're just going to weave that back and forth through there, trying to make sure that we get the head of the pen towards the back so that you really don't see it. And then we're going to finish that off with a butterfly. Let's see if we can find one that'll go with that. We're keeping it very colorful, so we'll use this blue one. It's pretty much guaranteed, well, unless you're for sure trying to make it match, but that these will be pretty much individual. But this would be a good way to like do little things that would keep your journal cohesive. Like say for instance you cut all your things down for your pockets, and then you want to go back and add some tags or whatever. You can use the off scraps of what you used, and then that way everything will be cohesive and you don't have to waste any of your scraps from that project. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Some variations. All right, we're going to get that down there. And see, they come together pretty quickly. Let's get some of that down. Hope everybody's doing well. Anybody got any big projects coming up? With all of the excitement and getting ready to go out of town and the drawing and everything, I wanted to make sure I got in here and did a tutorial because I know I've been focused on the drawing, but I hadn't really done any tutorials this week. I did have some videos scheduled. The haul, I actually did that video last week. And I think there's another haul video, a button haul, that's scheduled for this week. I thought it was for today, but I'm not really sure if it's for today or tomorrow. And let's see, we got a little piece of blank paper here. And you, like I said, you can intentionally leave blank, like use some of your blank papers here. That way you can go back and stamp them with a word or add a word. But that's completely, optional and up to you. All right. So then we're just going to cut that down. I know I've sent something flying. I heard it. I don't know what it was. Okay. And so we're going to go with the pink ribbon on this one. Making the seam binding was so simple. If you guys want to see a video of me doing that, let me know. Okay. Pop that in there to where it is going to hide the head of that pen behind the seam binding. Add a little ink. edges. And let's find a butterfly for this one. I like that green one. And let's pop that down on there. I'm going to reset my timer and I will be right back. All right, so now we have those done. We got this out of the way. Let's go ahead and pop some things down on this one. And basically, I'm just roughly measuring where I need to have my glue by putting this over here. I'm looking out my window at this naughty little squirrel. The other day, he was on my patio, and I was like, me and the girls were like, oh, he's so cute. Yay, we got to, you know, because I put new plants out there for the springtime. And, you know, so we were excited. He came, you know, super close to my little girl because they were feeding him nuts, you know, some almonds. And this morning, you know, we were sitting on the couch and I told her, I said, oh, look out the window. Your little friend is back. Well, I look out the window again and he's digging up my plants. And I'm like, wait a minute, sir. Or madam, that's not going to fly. So I'm going to open the door. And he didn't like run away like fast or anything. Actually, I think I'm only going to do 2 on this because I want to keep that number 8. And I don't think I have a super, super thin one that I could put on here. I don't have a, no, I don't have a super thin one. I think everything would pretty much cover that 8. So I'm just going to do 2 strands on this one. It's very versatile. But anyway, as I was saying, I went out onto the porch and I was like, look, you can't be doing that. And so he kind of just looked at me like, lady, I do what I want. But I was like, and so I sent her outside to give him some more almonds. I just don't want him, you know, plants are not cheap. And I don't want him, you know, taking liberties. I know I put worms in my flower pots, you know, to help with, you know, I know worm casings help plants to grow and that kind of thing. So I don't know if he was in there searching for worms, but also when we go like on our little hikes or whatever, we, you know, my daughter brings back ladybugs and roly-polies, and we put them in the plants as well, you know, just to kind of give it a bit of nature and help it, you know, whatever. And so I don't know if he was digging for worms or what he was doing out there, but I was like, no, sir. He'll be back. I'm pretty sure he'll be back because he wasn't listening to me at all. But I've got to figure out something. Hopefully he won't be too much of a nuisance because I love squirrels. I don't, you know, I would like for him to be on our patio, but not if he's going to be destructive. So we'll see. I mean, really, it's not much I can do unless I cage my whole patio off, and I can't really do that in an apartment. Okay, so we got those to the side. We'll add the butterflies in a minute. Gonna go ahead and just get these done. I had a specific color I wanted to do with one of these, so let's see how that's gonna turn out. I wanted to use this black. I wanted to do a black, pink, and gold one just to kind of see how that would look with this very bold black on here. And so we'll add some book page, a little piece of book page to that. Get that in there. And then I had some of this pale pink. Depending on how heavy your paper is that you're going to be using, you could probably use glue stick for this, but I wanted to use just this regular. Oh, let's see. I don't want to put that one again. Let's try this. See what that looks like. This little piece right here that I'm using right now was from a children's book. It was like the border of a book that I had to cut down. And so I end up keeping that. And here it is being used. All right, so this one is actually the last one that I'm going to do on camera today. I think I've done enough examples for you guys to kind of get what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to show you the ones that I have already made. Okay, let's set that to the side. And for this one, I'm going to do the black. Let's go ahead and ink that one. And I know I have some gold butterflies in here, so I'm going to do this one. I've got a gold charm that I want to use for this one as well. And like if your paper doesn't come up, if you want to go ahead and stamp your paper with like some words like background stuff, you can probably do that too, and it probably look great. I didn't do that on these, but you know, that's the beauty of the things that I give you here on this channel. You can alter it to fit your own personal needs and desires. So let's weave this one back and forth to get that back to the back. Get the head of that in the back so we can kind of hide that a bit, where we're left mostly with just the charm on the front. And then let's see if I can find that. There it is, right there, peeking out at me. I used some of that gold, some gold little cardstock for that one. And we'll just bend the little ends up a little bit on that one, just to give it a little bit of life. Oh, and how cute. How cute is that? Absolutely love it. All right, let's finish these other two up, and then we'll look and see what we've done. We just need a butterfly for each of them. Let's see. Let's see, we got a pink butterfly for that one. And this one I just basically used up some of my scraps as well. And let's see, we got a different color pink one for that. Let's just give that a little ink to make it stand off of there. And of course, I'm putting my butterflies on the right. They can pretty much be put anywhere. Put them on the center, left, right. It's a matter of preference. Okay, let's get some seam binding. I'll go with this seam binding. I don't know if I said it, but also this seam binding came from that vintage haul that I just recently did. Okay, we are going to use, oh, that's perfect. These are the last two bulb pins that I have in my little dish. And I think I want to use this cool little charm on this one. I know one thing I'm looking forward to when I go to Corsicana is all of the garage sales, and it's springtime. And me and my cousin, we always try to go down and visit at the same time, because she's like me. She loves thrifting. She loves going out to different sales and stuff. So that'll be perfect. Well, we do it all the time. Like anytime we go down there, even in like the fall, you know, summer, fall, whatever, we try to get our days off work, you know, on the same weekend, so that we can go out there and make the most of it out in the country. And some of the stuff you find out there is like so amazing. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and push everything aside and see what we made today. And this is a quick and fun little project that, you know, you can pop out a bunch of these, you know, in a just, you know, just sitting there watching TV if you want to, because we did 4 here on camera. So, and like I said, the blank pieces, you can stamp a word there. I probably will go back and stamp some words on some of mine, but they're pretty fun just the way they are. You don't even have to add anything else to those. Look how fun. And you guys know that I like variety. Love, love, love variety. So this project is right up my alley, because none of these are going to look the same. Look at these gorgeous little tags. Oh, they're so cute. Like I say, you can round the corners. You don't have to round the corners. You could go back and do some stamping there, or you could have done some stamping. That's probably an idea for, like, if you're going to do them before you even start putting like your background paper. Go ahead and do some little stamping, or you can just finish that off with another piece of paper, which I probably will. Since I didn't do any stamping, I'll probably just go back with another little piece of paper and add it there. Like you know, so it's a variation. You can do it however. But look how cute they are with their little charms attached. If these little charms are so cute. I got them off like some old jewelry that I have bought at a thrift store. If we can get the charms to stay in the front, you know, that would be ideal. I probably will figure it out. I'll probably have to go and just hook them that way. I was trying to avoid tying the seam binding, but maybe I probably will go back. Do we have time? Let's try one. Let's see what it looks like if I tie the seam binding and put the charm in just in the front like that. That certainly works too. Like I said, I was trying to keep the head of the pin from being seen, but you know, it is how you can do this however you want them. You can also go back and glue these over the thing as well to kind of hide it. I don't know. I just don't like the head of the pin showing, but it's your own personal preference. So I'll probably go back and change that one after the video. But anyway, this is what I've made so far in an afternoon, just sitting here using some of my scraps up, some of my teeny tiny scraps. All right, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to go and join in on that giveaway if you haven't already. I will link that video in the description. And until the next time, guys, have a good one. Bye.